In this video, I will be showing my latest custom, the Hot Wheels 55 Chevy Bel Air Gasser. After stripping the paint, I noticed there are quite a few casting lines that need to be cleaned up. There are large lines running along the trunk and down the rear quarter panels. There's also a casting line on the front fenders near the headlights. The front radiator support was damaged at the factory, but I don't think it'll show when the base is reinstalled. There are also two casting lines on the roof. I'll start the cleanup by first filing down the raised casting lines. Next, I will sand all the filing marks smooth with 400 grit wet dry sandpaper. After sanding, the entire casting was polished with both a wire wheel and a Scotch-Brite pad before shooting the first coat of white bonding primer. The raised lines on the front fenders were smoothed to a single edge using Tamiya white putty. After a second coat of primer and wet sanding, I shot the casting with a couple coats of key lime enamel paint. The roof was then masked off and given 3 coats of Testors Green Transparent paint. The plastic 5-spoke wheels will be swapped out for real riders. The rear wheels fit the base perfectly, but the fronts will need an axle tube to provide the correct spacing. To begin the front axle modification, I will mark the axle approximately in the center. Using my wire nippers, I will cut the axle in half, starting by sliding the wheels to one side and covering everything with my hand so no loose pieces go flying. To install the axle pieces into the tube, I first do a test fit. Now I will cut small pockets in the tube using a pointed grinding bit on my Dremel tool. Be very careful using this method as you don't want to slip and cut your hand. Using cardboard spacers cut from an old blister pack card, I will mount the wheels and axles in the tube. Holding the axles tight against the ends of the tube, I apply a small amount of gel superglue in the small pocket. This is followed up with baking soda to harden the superglue. When done this way, it keeps the glue from wicking towards the wheels so that they will spin properly. The next step is to use a 1/16 inch drill bit and open up the casting to fit the tubes. Once both sides have been opened and the fit is verified, the axle tube assembly will be glued in place in the base. Now I'll move on to detailing the interior. The headers are drilled out and painted flat white. I've dry brushed brown, blue, and flat black to give the ends of the headers a burnt exhaust look. Now it's time to add Waterslide decals, starting first with some microset. It takes a lot of patience to position the decals. Then the excess microset has to be wicked away with a paper towel, and the decal is gently rolled flat with a Q-tip. The Denny's dyno decals over the rear wheel wells gave me fits, but I was successful in the end. Here's the finished gasser with all decals, hand painted details, and a buffed out clear coat. This is what we started with, the 2017 HW Flame Series release. And here's a final look at my custom version on the turntable. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please click like and subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.